Today we are going to be reading Littlebat's Halloween story written by Diane Mayr and illustrated by Gideon Kendall. The sky was beginning to brighten with red-orange glow of spring. Littlebat and his mother flew home to the library attic to roost. All along the attic walls, bats took their feet and clawed thumbs, wrapped their wings around their bodies, and settled down to sleep. Mother Bat found a spot close to the attic floor. Little Bat took a long, deep breath and leaned against his mother. He closed his eyes. Suddenly, Little Bat woke up. Sounds of laughter were coming from a small hole. Carefully, he stuck his head through and peeked down. The room was full of children. Then it became quiet. A woman began. A little girl with golden hair was walking through the woods. Little Bat was fascinated. He listened intently until the end. And after that, 3 little bears never forgot to lock their doors again. Sighing with pleasure, Little Bat crawled back to Mother Bat and fell asleep. That night, Little Bat said to his mother, "I saw people below. What do they do down there?" "They read," said Mother Bat. "Read?" "Yes, they look at books and find stories." "I heard one talking about 3 bears," said Little Bat. "It was so good. I wish I had been closer, but I couldn't see the pictures." "Little Bat," his mother said, "you must never get close enough to look. It's dangerous." "I won't," said Little Bat with a sigh. "I'll just listen." Little Bat spent many mornings listening to stories. One day he heard a caterpillar was eating, creeping, spinning, sleeping. "Shh," the woman whispered. Little Bat inched closer to hear. Many days went by. One morning, out came a butterfly. The children shouted. The shout started Little Bat. What was this butterfly that made the children yell so loud? He had to take a look. He leaned forward just a little bit more. And a little bit more, he saw a giant moth, a moth like those he and Mother Bat caught at night. Little Bat became so excited that he lost his grip and fell into the room. The children screamed and ran in circles. The woman waved her book at Little Bat to shoo him away. He zoomed back up to the ceiling and scooted through the hole. "Mama, Mama," he squealed. "What's the matter?" his mother asked. Little Bat told her what happened. "I was so frightened, Mama." "Oh, Little Bat, are you hurt?" "No, Mama, I'm okay, but I would just like to see the pictures up close." "No," said his mother. "Never?" asked Little Bat. Mother Bat stared to the room below. "Well, maybe there's a time when it can be done," she said, "but you must wait for changes." "Changes? You'll see." Summer was coming. The nights grew shorter, but the bats were busier. There were thousands of mosquitoes, moths, and mayflies to eat each night before flying back into the attic. One busy summer night, the little bat always stayed awake to listen to the story. One day, while he listened, he looked around the room. Changes! He crawled up to where Mother was asleep and whispered, "Mama, is it time? Can I go now?" His mother peeked through the hole. "Not yet, Little Bat. Keep looking." That night, there were changes all around, but not the right ones. Over the long, hot summer, Little Bat listened and watched. New decorations appeared. The children wore shorts and shoes without socks. Whenever Little Bat saw something different, he asked, "Mama, Mama, is it time?" "Not yet, sweetie. Keep looking." Summer came to an end and the air became cooler. In the weeks that followed that, the children started wearing jackets and sweaters. Once again, the room changed. "Mama," Mother Bat looked. She saw apples. She saw papers of leaves that were yellow and orange and red. "Soon, Little Bat, soon," she said. With the fall, the nights grew long again. The bats were not as busy now. Each night there were fewer and fewer insects to collect. In the early morning light, the leaves on the trees blazed red and gold. They were plucked by the chilly breezes and tossed to the ground. The bats were slowing down. It was nearly time for their winter sleep. Littlebat still crawled into the hole for stories, but now he listened with his eyes closed. He was tired of looking for changes. One day he heard his mother say, "Littlebat, look, it's time." Littlebat opened his eyes. He stretched and looked down to the room. What he saw made his eyes open wide. "Go quietly, Littlebat," Mother whispered. "Have fun." And he did.